What the heck is that? Oh, wait a minute, guys. I think we just got a dime. Ooh, what if this is a silver dime? Let's go ahead and flip it over here and see what we get. 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, my name is Quinn. Displayed on the table here in front of me are 5 quarter boxes, each one coming from a separate bank. I picked up these boxes of coins towards the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, but they do not contain all quarters. So what do you say we get rid of these boxes and actually find out what's inside? Alright, that's more like it. Let's take a look at what we got. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see here is 10 coin rolls of each coin denomination from dimes, pennies, nickels, and quarters from 5, count them, 5 different banks. Over here we have our red bank, yellow bank, blue bank, purple bank, and I ran out of rubber bands, so this one's gonna be the black bank. All of these coins were gathered during what they call the American coin shortage of 21 and 22, at which point my bank was making it difficult to get more than 10 rolls of each denomination per week. So I would hop from branch to branch, picking up 10 rolls of each denomination so that I could keep on scratching that coin roll hunting itch through the American coin shortage. But eventually my bank lifted the restriction. I was able to get boxes of pennies and nickels again so I could do full box videos, and that just left me with all of these. Well, as it turns out, 10 rolls of each denomination from 5 different banks equals an entire box of quarters, nickels, pennies, and dimes perfectly. So my plan for these coins is to hunt through them denomination by denomination and see what we can find and see how these banks match up against each other. We're gonna be starting with the pennies and then working our way up to nickels, dimes, and finally quarters. That being said, this is gonna be a 4-part series taking us all the way through the month of January, and I am super excited to get it started. So the way that we're gonna be determining which bank did pennies better is by using our Quin Coins official small cent coin roll hunting competition score sheet. You can see all the different point values that you have here. If you've seen my competition hunts, you're already familiar with this. We'll also be using the additional Canadian score sheet because we do find quite a bit of Canadian coins, particularly in these customer wrapped rolls, which you can see 4 out of the 5 banks did give us customer wrapped rolls pennies this time around. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting some of that stuff in. With any luck, hopefully we'll be able to find a low mintage or key date Lincoln cent, which you can see we have listed here on the back of the placemat as well. And I'll be putting the scores for each bank right here on this piece of paper. Of course, if you want to pick up one of these coin roll hunting penny placemats to aid you in your own penny roll hunting, you can head on over to my website at quinscoins.com, and I'll put links down in the description. As you can see, it has all the different coins that you can find across the front of it, and then all of those helpful lists as well as the score sheet on the back. I also have nickel and silver stacking placemats up there for you as well, so definitely be sure to check that out. Once again, that's quinscoins.com, and I'll put a link down in the description below. All right, enough talk. Let's go ahead and crack into some rolls. All right, so we're gonna be going with red bank first. I didn't see any enders on any of these. I did check under the wrappers as well and couldn't find anything. So it's going to be interesting to see what's on the inside of these rolls. And, you know, I predict that some of these are going to have nothing. It's very hit or miss when you go with customer wrapped rolls. Some of them just have nothing because, you know, there are other coin roll hunters that rolled up their discards, and then some of them just have a ton because sometimes you end up with collection dumps. So you really never know what you're going to get. All I can say is that these are actually some pretty high quality rolls here, which I could easily reuse. So let's go ahead and dump out our first one. And right off the bat, look at that, guys. We already have a wheat penny coming out. So I can say that this is not going to be a bust, that's for sure. And man, that actually looks like it could be a little older too. Haven't even dumped half of the roll out, and that's what we get right away. So let's take a look at that one and reveal the date. 3, 2, 1. All right, 1951D, a common wheat penny, but still nice to see one at all. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this roll dumped out here and make sure that we're not missing anything. All right, so it would be awesome to see an Indian head penny come out. Oh my gosh, we already got another wheat penny though, so I will take that as well. I just saw the date on this one and can already tell it's going to be a wheat. Anything before 1959 is a wheat penny, so we got a 55 right there. There's actually a really, really cool double die to be on the lookout for on this one. It's really tough to miss. This one doesn't appear to have it though, and we'll flip that over just to see the wheat side so you guys can take a look at that. Very, very nice. So that is our second wheat on just one roll. That brings us up to 10 points on that score sheet that I was talking about earlier, because those are just common wheats right there worth 5 points apiece. Let's see if we're going to get any more in this particular roll. I'm not really seeing a whole lot more, just based off of what I can see right now. But I am seeing quite a bit of copper. I'm seeing those 1960s, 1970s, anything pre-82 is going to be copper. And some of 1982 is copper as well. Let's try one of these rolls. I'm not too picky about these rolls as far as trying to keep them together. I guess I'll try to keep this one together because it is coming apart pretty easy. But sometimes when I get these rolls, I just rip right into them. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what we got in this one. And it's always interesting to see, sometimes these rolls are turned in by the same person, sometimes they're not. I mean, it's possible that these were turned in by one person and then these were turned in by another person. But also it could be all the same person. You know, people roll up their coins with whatever they got sitting around, so. All right, if it is the same person, I wouldn't complain, because then we would have maybe some more wheat pennies in there, which would be awesome to see. Although so far I have not seen anything in this roll, and it doesn't look like there's gonna be anything. So we will just go ahead and move on to the next one, guys. I will just open this one real quick. We'll see if anything pops out. If not, then I'll just look through them off camera, and we'll just jump right into the next roll. Let's get back to those NF String and Sun rolls, because those ones definitely gave us a lot of good luck on the first one that we opened. All right, this one's not coming out quite as well. I'm seeing some really nice toned coins though, like these rainbow toning that you can see right there. That may be artificial, but still interesting to see. I'll pull that one to the side. All right, just a brief look through here to see if we got any wheats showing. Doesn't look like it, guys, so we'll go ahead and look through the rest of this, and I will get back to you once I find something good. So I almost missed this. I actually do have a Canadian coin in here, and it's not gonna be anything super crazy. This is probably from the, I don't know, probably from the 80s right there. Let's go ahead and flip it over and see. Yeah, 84, so nothing super sought after, but it is interesting. It's our first foreign coin. We definitely see a lot of Canadians, and it's always nice to see them. I do collect them as well. But yeah, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get on to the next and see what else we can get. All right, guys, nothing really going on in the next couple rolls. We do have another type of roll here, though. This one's called Cointainer. And I think we have one more of those after this one to look through. So let's see if those are going to give us any more luck. Oh, okay, yeah, they are. Look at this, guys. So we got a wheat penny there. This wheat penny over here just got kind of pushed out of frame. But we definitely have two. You can see we got one right here and one right there. Let's go ahead and grab this one on the right side first. And then I think we're going to go ahead and probably just open up that other Cointainer one to see if there's anything in that one as well. So far it's like we either get two wheat pennies or 0 wheat pennies in a roll. And there is our third on this set of coins. Let's flip it over, see what we got for a date. 1941, almost made it into that pre-1940s range. But I am definitely happy to see that's the oldest coin that we have got out of this particular, I guess you could call it a box. It makes a box all together. I'm going to work my way towards that other wheat penny and just see if anything else pops out for us. Oh my gosh, there it is, guys. A third wheat penny. Unbelievable. Okay, so it's either multiple wheat penny rolls or 0 wheat penny rolls. And this one had 3. At least 3 that we know of so far. 1944 is the most common date for a wheat penny, so nothing crazy there. We'll go ahead and keep moving through the roll though. Also keeping an eye out for 2009s, which are low mintage. And let's take a look at our third wheat penny on the roll. So that is going to give us a total of 5 wheat pennies on 7 rolls once we take a look at this one. 1956 Denver, still got a tiny bit of luster left on that date area. Really a pretty good looking coin for its age, so I'm definitely happy with that one, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at that other Cointainer roll to see if that one's going to bring us any luck. And actually, I just realized this came out. It must have flown off of the placemat. That's our first foreign coin, and we do actually count these 4 points on the placemat. A new penny, and this is going to be coming from, I believe, I want to say Australia, because that's definitely, I don't think that's a UK coin. But that is very interesting, guys. A foreign coin coming out. Must have been towards the end of the roll, because I totally missed that when it came out. A bunch of them just kind of shot over here in this area. So our first foreign coin other than the Canadians is coming out of that roll as well. So definitely happy about that. Let's see what else we got in this Cointainer roll. And then we got 2 more rolls to look through and see what we're going to find. This placemat's getting a little bit filled up over here. All right, let's try to get these out without damaging the roll. Right away, look at that. Oh, that's amazing. We got a wheat penny right there. Let's see if this one's going to be a wheat. It is 2 wheat pennies in a row right there, guys. We got a 1944 Denver and then a reverse wheat penny right there. So we'll pull that 44D out and take a look at that one first. We already know what the date is because it came out date side up. And let's take a look at that reverse. Very nice looking wheat penny right there. And here we go. We got another reverse right here. Everything's been 40s and 50s so far. Let's see if we can get into the 30s here. 3, 2, 1. Nope, 51 Denver. So still kind of in that common wheat penny range. Let's zoom out a bit so we can get the rest of this roll coming out. What is that? No, it's an 82, so not going to be a wheat penny. And there is the end of it, guys. Just a couple of stragglers, and they are now out. Let's take a look just real quick to see what's going to pop out at us. Would love to see one of these bad boys, an Indian head penny coming out. So that's 2 out of this one so far. We got 3 out of the last one, and we're definitely piling up some wheats at this point. But I think that's going to be about it, guys. So I'll keep going through these, get through those last 2 rolls, and let you know what we get out of the rest of the red bank. All right, guys, nothing out of the second to last roll. We are on the last roll now. These ones haven't given us too much luck, so not super hopeful here, but we'll check. I mean, yeah, you can see there's a lot more zinc-looking coins, some newer-looking coins. Maybe we'll have a chance for 2009. But I think that, yeah, these seem to be turned in by maybe somebody different. Maybe a coin roll hunter, because there is absolutely 0 in those rolls. So we'll go ahead and get into a tally on the red bank now. All right, so here's what we got for our red bank. We got 7 wheat pennies from the 40s and 50s. I really like the patina on that second one right there. Those are gonna be worth 5 points a piece. And then coming down here to the foreign section, we did get 1 foreign coin for a total of 37 points, and that's actually a really great point total for just 10 rolls. I'm very excited to see what Yellow Bank is going to bring and see if it can beat that. All right, here we go, Yellow Bank. Now, I'm a little bit skeptical of these rolls, mainly because of the fact that they have all these marks on them, and if you're a coin roll hunter, those are typically not something that you want to see. That usually means that somebody has marked the rolls as searched through or something like that. I actually have notes of what's inside every bank. You can see this is the yellow bank. So for pennies, all marked, no copper enders, looks pretty bad. That is not a good sign. Let's go ahead and I'll just get a sampling here. I mean, they're all marked obviously, but 2 of them look different. We got the 50 pennies, 50 here, and then just the typical flat rolls here. Let's grab 2, 1 of each, and just start opening them up and see if we can get absolutely anything at all. I mean, like I said, I just don't have a very high hopes for these particular rolls. Except, oh man, I thought we had something there. Yeah, you can see this is looking very, very zinc. We may be able to pull out some 2009s. I know some people don't look for those, so it's possible that we could get something like that. But mainly what this looks like to me is just a lot of zinc coins and then some like kind of cruddy looking ones. Yeah, absolutely nothing there. And let's take a look at this roll here just for another sample. And if nothing comes out, you know, I'll just get into the rest of these. Oh my gosh, this looks terrible. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's any way that this is going to be beating out red bank. Yellow bank so far, absolutely unimpressive. Mainly shield cents, which come after 2010. All right, guys, I mean, look at this. They're even all on the same side. It's like somebody like sorted these out, got them all to be on the same side. That's just weird. Okay, guys, I mean, we got 8 more rolls to go. I guess we'll see what we find, and if nothing, then I'll get back to you with the report. Whatever it is, good or bad, I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, I'm on the last roll of the yellow bank, and as expected, they've all pretty much been exactly like this. Pretty much all shield cents. I have found 1 single copper penny in this entire batch of coins, and this is what it looks like. I mean, come on, that thing is just chewed up. That's what you call a parking lot coin right there. And that is the only copper. I mean, we've only found 1 copper. It kind of shows you we're probably not going to be finding. Oh, there's actually a second copper right there. Again, looking just terrible. So yeah, that is going to end in, unfortunately, a big fat goose egg for 0 points on yellow. So that kind of rounds out that really nice 37-point start that we had. Yellow bank, you're not looking so good, but I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully you can give me some redemption on the nickels. All right, now we're on to blue bank, and again, I didn't see anything in particular ender-wise on these coins, so we're pretty much just, our only hopes is to open them up and see what's inside. I didn't see anything popping out on the ends that would give us some points right off the bat. So here we go. We got our coins all laid out. We have 3 different ones here. These are the diamond shapes and then just this standard roll. So I'm going to grab, once again, 1 of each, and we'll see if there's any difference. Although these are all kind of rolled the same way, so I'm pretty sure that the same person turned these bad boys in. Let's go ahead and just go for the regular roll first and see if that one's going to give us any luck. Again, though, these, I don't have a problem with ripping into these. Already, this is looking a lot better than the last one. There's plenty of copper in these rolls. Now let's take a closer look here and see if we're going to get anything out of it as far as wheat pennies, anything older, foreign. Canadians would be awesome to see. In particular, if we can get an older Canadian, I do count those for points through that additional Canadian score sheet as well. This is kind of more like what I'm used to seeing when I open up some machine wrapped rolls, just a nice variety of coins. I haven't found anything interesting yet, though, on that one, so we'll move on to the next one. We got our, what looks like a triple black diamond to me. I don't know if you guys are big skiers or not, but that's something that you might see on a ski hill. A nice little symbol like that. All right, once again, a lot of copper showing up here. A nice variety of coins, I have to say. Let's see if we're going to get anything that's going to count for some points. That's a really nice looking 64 right there, I have to say. 1964 Denver, that is, with a lot of luster left on it. I'll pull that one to the side. Another thing you got to deal with, though, with these customer wrapped rolls is just random stuff like this, or like hair in the rolls. So I don't know. It's part of the territory, I guess. If you're hunting these customer wrapped rolls, it's part of the game. It's all part of the fun, I would say. But yeah, getting down to the end of this one here and not seeing a whole lot. I wonder if these have already been searched. That's a really nice look at 2006 there, though. I think I'll have to pull that one to the side. Replace whatever's in my collection with that one, because it's not often you see a 2006 like that. But guys, that is going to do it for the first two. I think I'm just going to get into these. I have no doubt in my mind that we'll find at least something here. So, and it may even be right here. Nope. There's a Canadian, though. I do see that. So our first foreign coin coming out of this is the blue bank. I almost said yellow bank. All right, so we got a Canadian, 1970. Getting back there for sure. If we can get a 1964 or older, that will count for points on our score sheet. Just kind of taking a look at all these coins. Not really seeing much, guys. All right, I'll go ahead and get through this roll and get on to the next ones, and I'll let you know when I find something good. All right, guys, hitting the halfway point here. Haven't found anything yet, so I'm getting a little nervous. Oh, there's a red penny right there. That's always interesting to see. And look at that. We actually have a wheat penny right next to it. Well, not right next to it. It's about 4 or 5 coins away. But like I said, I was getting a little nervous until now. It looks like we finally got something. And actually right there, look at that. We got our first 2009 as well. I thought it was a 2005, but flipped it over and there it is. That's actually the rarest one too. So this is definitely going to be, it looks like the most exciting roll so far. We got a red coin right there at 2009 and our first wheat on this set of rolls. Let's take a look at that. Actually, looks like it's a little bit worn down. Hopefully it's going to be older than 1940, maybe even make it into a low mintage range. Let's find out here. 3, 2, 1. 1946, so that makes it just another common wheat penny. Really the only wheat penny past 1940 that makes it into that low mintage range is 1955S, which you just don't see all that often. And why would you? It's in the low mintage range, right? All right, there we go. We get another 2009, so some more points on the board, and this one's a little different than the last. I'll actually show you here on the placemat. We have all 4 2009s displayed. The first one that we found was actually the last in the series, the Presidency, which, as I mentioned, is the rarest in the series. And this one right here is going to be Professional Life, actually the one right next to it. So that is what we just got. Not in as good shape, that's for sure, but I do like to pull these out. They are low mintage and just a more interesting coin than your typical Lincoln cent. So the only 2 that we haven't found so far are birth and early childhood and formative years, so we'll be on the lookout for those as we go through the remaining 3 rolls of this particular set of coins. All right, so last roll from Blue Bank here, and so far we are up to just 7 points with 1 wheat penny and 2 2009, so we're gonna need at least 30 points just to tie the red bank, which so far is looking like the clear victor. Yeah, but anyway, we got a little bit of coins to go. We might find something, who knows. If we find an Indian head penny, that'll put us ahead by quite a bit. But things aren't looking too good getting through over the second half of this roll now. Not really seeing anything whatsoever, and I think that's going to be it, guys. So like I said, we got just the one, here, I'll just put them here, the 1 wheat penny and then 2 2009s. That is going to do it for Blue Bank. So we'll put those down on the score sheet here. We got a big old 0 on yellow, but for this one we got 1 times 5 for the wheat pennies, and then we'll do 2 times 1 for the 2009s, and that's going to give us a total of 7 points. All right, so let's see what purple is going to have for us. I'm excited to get into that one. Hopefully there's going to be some good stuff in there. And I don't think it'll be too difficult to beat blue. Certainly not difficult to beat yellow. So unlike the rest of the banks, Purple Bank is sporting entirely machine wrapped rolls. This is kind of a weird thing to see when you're picking up just 10 rolls of each denomination. I did see this quite a bit in the quarters, so once we get over to the quarters, you'll see this a lot, but this is kind of more like what I'm used to hunting right here. I usually just get the machine wrapped rolls all within a box. That one looks a little weird right there, so I think I'm gonna just start with that one. But these could be anything. It's usually just a better mix of coins when you're getting machine wrapped rolls, because so many different batches of coins from all these different people are being turned in at the same time and all mixed together. And yeah, you can see there's something going on with this coin right here. It's a little bit darker as well. It is just a memorial though, so I don't think it's anything crazy. Just 1984 is the date on that. And here we go, guys, getting into our first roll from Purple Bank, a machine wrapped roll. Let's see if we're gonna find anything good. Let me just zoom in here so we can take a nice look at the coins as they're coming out. All right, so let's see what we got. Oh, right off the bat, we got ourselves a 2009, and it's one of the ones that we have not found yet. This is the first in the series, as I was mentioning earlier, and that is going to be birth and early childhood. And this one's looking like it's in pretty good shape too, so I will definitely take that. We're already ahead of Yellow Bank within the first couple of coins, so that's pretty cool to see. Let's see what else we can find here, guys. Maybe a wheat penny will pop out. And if not, we'll just get on to the next, because we have a whole bunch of coins to go through here, and I'm sure, oh, there we go, look at that. Actually, that's one that we already do have, though. So another 2009 coming out. That is the Professional Life. Sometimes I have a hard time remembering those. So 2 points. That one's a Denver. And we're getting into the next roll now. Why don't we just go ahead and open this one up, see if anything comes out. If not, then I'll just move on to the next and get back to you guys. But yeah, let's do that real quick here. I just grabbed a random one. They're all pretty much the same when they're machine wrapped like this. All right, so just let's spread them real quick and see if anything's gonna kind of pop out here. That's a 62 right there. Those 60s definitely look like wheat pennies, so you never know. I'm not really seeing anything crazy here, so I'll just get through this one and get on to the next, and I'll let you know when I find something good. Oh, there we go, guys. Just as soon as oh, and we got a Canadian over here too. So as soon as I opened that roll, I thought, wow, that one on that side looks a lot older than the rest. Usually when I do that, it's just the 1960s, but this is actually going to be our first wheat penny from the Purple Bank. So excited to see what we get here. Is it going to beat the oldest we have so far, which is 1941? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. No, it is going to match it though, 1941. So maybe we should keep track of that, just see kind of which bank was able to produce the oldest coin, whether it won or not, and that'll be just a fun thing to keep track of. So we got another 1941 right there. Still looking for a pre-1940s penny. We did just get an 86 Canadian though, so I will definitely take that as well. Oh, that... I thought it was old, it's just a 76 though. And then this looks old though. Ooh, there we go. We got ourselves our first older Canadian coin. And you can see the date showing right there. It's a 1959. That's going to put this in the young Queen Elizabeth era. So 1959. And we'll take a look at that obverse for you if you haven't seen it before. It's what I call a young head. 1959 is going to be worth 5 points. These are basically like the Canadian equivalent of a common wheat penny from the 40s or 50s. They go from 53 up through 1964, and it's a little more difficult to get them in the 50s, so I'm definitely happy to see that one come out for us. Oh, there we go. We got ourselves another young head. This time we do not see the date coming out, so we can reveal that one on camera. This one looks like it could be older. I'm holding out hope for that one. The 52, 53, those are definitely more rare than your 60s. So let's see what we get for a date. 3, 2, 1. Nah, 64. Okay, well, I'll take it. That's an extra 5 points anyway. Oh, I almost missed a 2009 right there. That's actually in really good shape. Let's take a look at that one. Another of the Professional Life. This is our best one by far. So, oh, never mind. It's got that ring of death from the coin rolling machine, unfortunately. That is something that you get when you have a coin on the very end of the roll. I don't think it was on the end this time, but it was at one point in its life. Those last 3 rolls had absolutely nothing, so it's all up to this roll right here to make up, I think, about 20-ish points, maybe even a little bit more than that. No, I think 20 points is about what we would need, because we get 2 young heads, a wheat penny, so that's 15 points right there, and then 3 2009s. So that brings us up to 18. If we could get 20 more points here, we would be ahead of Yellow Bank. So let's see what we can produce here in roll number 10 for the Purple Bank. All right, just looking through it here slowly to try to not miss anything at all. If the last 3 rolls are any indication, though, this is probably going to end kind of anticlimactically. All right, I think that's going to be it for that last roll, guys. Unfortunately, we are ending this one with, I believe, 18 points. Let's just get a tally on that real quick to confirm. All right, so here's what we got for Purple Bank up here for the wheat cents, 40s and 50s. We did get a single wheat penny, 1941. We got 3 2009s. That's the most 2009s out of any batch of coins. And then where we really made up the points was in the Canadian score sheet. 2 young heads at 5 points apiece. That is going to give us a total, as said earlier, 18 points. Not even half of what we got in the red bank. So I am definitely counting on the black bank to pull through for us here. You can see the point values are just all over the place. And I'm excited to see what we got in the black one. So let's go ahead and find out. So here we go, our final batch of coins for this episode. I kind of Sharpied them black, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. It killed my Sharpie when I put it on there, I'll tell you. Oh man, I just knocked the camera over. Sorry guys. But anyway, these all look identical. They were most likely turned in by the same person. Once again, just that standard roll. So I'm not really gonna pick any in particular. Just gonna grab one at random because pretty much they're all the same. Hopefully this isn't gonna be like the Yellow Bank where they're just absolutely abominable. I'm already seeing copper though, so that's a good sign. Some nice copper looking edges there. Let's see what is going to come from the black bank. All right. They are looking somewhat zinc. I mean, I am seeing some copper, maybe about, I don't know, 1 in every 7, 8 coins. So that's not great, and I'm not seeing anything out of that first roll. Let's grab another though, and see if we can get anything on roll number 2. Once again, these rolls are pretty cheap, so I don't really feel bad about just ripping into them. Makes it go a little quicker, and that, yes, there we go. So we got an older Canadian right there, so we are on the board with some points. If this was a coin roll hunter, clearly they do not care about Canadian coins, which is an absolute travesty. All right, 1963 right there. That is a young head, going to be worth 5 points for us. That's our first young head out of a customer wrapped roll today, so happy to see that as well. Would be awesome to find one of those in the nickels. It doesn't come out very often, but I have found that in customer wrapped rolls, you do find stuff like that more often, so it's pretty cool to be able to look through some customer wrapped rolls as opposed to the standard machine wrapped rolls, which I typically look through on most of my other videos. All right, so that is it for that roll. We did get 5 points on it. Let's see if we can start a streak here. Let's go for some more points on roll number 3. And what the heck is that? Oh, wait a minute, guys. I think we just got a dime. That definitely looks like a dime. Let's zoom in here for full effect. So we're making some money on these rolls. That's new. Ooh, what if this is a silver dime? Wouldn't that be something? Oh, all right, so I'm not seeing a mint mark, so we can't say from that. Let's go ahead and flip it over here and see what we get. If we can get a silver dime out of here, I don't know how many points that's worth, but it should probably win. All right, let's find out here, guys. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so close. Oh my gosh, 1967 dime. So hey, you know what? We do actually count that on the score sheet for a couple of points if I'm not mistaken. So I will put that to the side. It is going to count towards the total on this one. Very cool to see a dime come out of a penny roll. Because either way, whether it's silver or not, you're still making money. Oh, there we go. That is a nice sight to see, guys. Something that I definitely wasn't expecting here. we got what I call a Canadian bird scent. Now, technically, this is a rock dove. It comes on the 1967 Canadian penny. And that is the centennial commemorative of Canadian Independence Day, 1867. So that is a nice coin to find. I count these for 5 points on the additional Canadian score sheet. And you can actually find them in all denominations, but really the only denomination that I have found them in is the penny. And I found quite a few of them. It looks like this was also a victim of the coin rolling machine, unfortunately, but that's going to be another 5 points for us. So we got up to 10 points, and I don't remember exactly how many dimes count for, but we do have a couple extra points at least there. So we'll have to check on that in a minute. But yeah, we got a couple more coins to go here in this roll. Hopefully we can pull something else out. And what do you know? We just got ourselves another foreign coin. Now this, I believe, is going to be a 2 euro cent. And there's so many different designs to find on these. They are made in all different types of European countries. I don't know which one this comes from. It's not one that I've seen before. So we'll just flip it over to the other side. There you go, 2 euro cents. So all of them have that as, I believe you would refer to that as the obverse, and then the reverse is where you get all the different designs from. This one's from 2001. And I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know which country this comes from. If you know, definitely put it down there. That is going to be a couple more points for us. And that is why I love customer wrapped rolls. You get crazy stuff like that. All right, on to the next, guys. We got 5 more to go. Let's see what else we can find. Ooh, okay. As soon as I opened that one, I had this fall into my hands. And I know right away we got ourselves another Young Head Canadian penny right there. That is an awesome sight, and man, the condition on that one is just beautiful. Let's take a look at that. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that still has some luster left on it. What a beautiful example. All right, let's flip this over, see what we got for a year. I would be ecstatic if this was in the 50s. 3, 2, 1. All right, 63. That's okay though. Just a beautiful looking coin. Definitely a lot less worn than what you typically find. So we are really churning out the points over here. On the Canadian coins this time around, and the foreign coins as well, and apparently dimes in the rolls. So I am happy with the black bank so far. Let's keep moving through the roll and see what else we can get. All right, guys, I think we got ourselves a wheat penny right there. I saw the date, flipped it over to confirm. It's a 1953 Denver, so I don't really need to do the flip on this one because I already saw it, and I just told you what it was. But we'll take a look at the reverse. It's in pretty good shape, just about, you know, a standard wheat penny. 53 Denver, as I said, is the date. That puts us up to 20-something points. So we are on our way to hopefully beat Red Bank here. I don't really know who to cheer for, and I don't know. You guys can put down in the comments which bank you want to win as far as pennies go, and maybe even let me know what you want for the nickels, dimes, and quarters. I'm really excited to get into those dimes. I mean, I typically don't hunt dimes just because there's not a lot to find, but when you're hunting them like this, you have a lot of different opportunities to find silver, and that is kind of what I am on the lookout for as far as dimes go. Of course, I'll be looking for that in the nickels, quarters, nickels and quarters as well, but in dimes, I think you just have a much better chance out of all of the denominations to find it. Because it kind of slips under the radar. Dimes are tiny, they're a little hard to handle, it's hard to see if your eyesight isn't the best, so they typically do end up kind of slipping under the radar, like I said. All right, we have 2 more rolls to go. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Because as you can see here, we do have the dime on the placemat. I'm gonna empty this placemat real quick into our bin, flip it over to the back side, and just check how many points is a dime worth. As I suspected, it's worth 3 points. So we are up to 23 points. We need 14 points to match the score of the red bank and 15 points to beat it. That actually sounds pretty good. I think we could possibly do that because, as you've seen, a lot of these coins are worth 5 points, so it's kind of increments in that way. Let's see if we can do it, guys. We got 2 more rolls to go, and I am down to about halfway through this one. I'm seeing a lot of copper. However, I haven't seen any wheat pennies, haven't seen any older Canadians yet, so not looking the best. All right, guys, coming down to the end of it now. Yeah, really nothing showing for us in that roll, unfortunately. So we are down to the last one now. We need 14 points to tie, 15 points to beat it. The black bank is at least in second place, undoubtedly. Just can it get first is the question here. Off the bat here, I'm seeing a lot of copper, so that is a good sign. Let's see if we can get something worth points, though. If we could get an Indian head, we'd secure it easily. A low mintage might put us in the right direction. But we'd have to find a wheat penny first in order to get that. And so far, I am not seeing anything. All right, guys, last few coins here, and it's looking like that is going to do it. So let's go ahead and tally up the points on the black bank and see how far they got. Okay, so I actually misspoke earlier. We did get that foreign coin, which is going to count for 2 points as well. So that gives us a little bit more points than we thought on the black bank. So 40s and 50s wheats, we only got one of those. And then, I mean, that's typically what you find, but we got a lot of variety on this bank. So the dime, that's something that we don't see very often. 1967 dime worth 3 points. This foreign coin worth 2 points, so that brings us up to 10. And then we get rounded off here with the Canadians. 2 young heads worth 5 points apiece, and then our first bird sent out of any of the rolls today. That is another 5 points for a grand total of 25 points for the black bank. So overall, our grand winner here is red at 37 points. Second place was black at 25. Third place, purple at 18. Blue at 7, coming in at 4th place, and dead last is yellow with a total of 0 points. So when you add all the points together from the entire hunt, you get a grand total of 87 points, which is not too bad, especially considering that 10 of those coins produced absolutely nothing. And we just got a great variety of stuff, especially with the foreign coins, the Canadian coins, a dime. I mean, come on. I definitely like doing hunts this way, and I'm excited to get into nickels next week and see what we can find there. That's actually my favorite denomination to hunt, so I'm very excited to bring that to you guys. As always, if you're interested in picking up one of these coin roll hunting placemats to aid you in your penny hunting, you can head on over to quinscoins.com. I'll put a link down in the description below. I also have nickel and silver stacking placemats up there for you as well. But anyways, guys, that's gonna pretty much do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every single week, always bring you along with the hunts and having a good time. Be on the lookout for nickels next week. If it's already come out, I will put it down below and you can just click on that and watch the next episode. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next one.